Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the live show. It is Sunday night. I hope everybody had a great weekend. We're ending the summer pretty quick here. I mean, only a couple weekends left. It'll be Labor Day. So let's roll right through. I am going to go on vacation again this week. I told you guys I am vacationing the entire August, but one more right now. And this week coming up, I have a nice vacation to see Niagara Falls. So I'll be going up there, checking out that. But let's roll through the market, see what's going on this evening and what we're going to be looking at for tomorrow and this week. All information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only. It's not intended as financial advice. Always do your due diligence. There you go. That's how the heat map ended on Friday. Couple red ones, few green ones in the Mag 7. The SPY had been up, I believe, if I remember correctly. No, it was down. I forget, to be honest, which has been a long weekend. I guess it did close. It was down. That's right. It ran up in the early and then pulled back there. I do remember now, and then closed down. Thing is setting up right there, guys. I'm telling you, this market's going to be crazy. Something's going on here, and you just can't tell what the heck it is. But shares nudge higher in Asia. Oil slips on truce talks. And then stocks, oils dip modestly ahead of Ukraine talks. Stock futures tick higher following back-to-back winning weeks. And investors are plowing into home builder stocks. Will Jackson Hole prove them wrong? And Powell's Jackson Hole speech, Walmart earnings, the week ahead right there. And that's what we will have this week. So let's go through, see what's happening here and what we're going to be getting into. We'll just run through the list real quick. ORIS, this guy was actually setting up pretty nice on Friday. Was looking pretty good right there. We'll see if it wants to continue tomorrow. You know, it stinks after a weekend in the summer. You can never tell anything. And this Raya right here might have bottomed out. That 20 is getting a little bit lower there, but it still has some time. So we'll see if that can actually move. It is. I mean, it does look like it tried to bottom. So we'll see if it bottomed out and actually wants to move this week. And GIBO right here had pulled back. It was looking much better the other day and then took a nice dip. Maybe that's a dip and rip. And that's why I was just keeping an eye on that one. It was just trying to get set up. So we'll see. And this QH is curling up. It's not looking bad. So this one actually is hitting the MACD right now. And these small penny stocks, they're just not really cruising right now. You know, it is cruising, not the Trend Spider either for this one. I don't know what's going on there, but let's see what this one, if it pops up, UNH right there. Let me just hop back out and go back in the Trend Spider real quick and just launch it and see if it works faster. There we go. And there we are with QH. And again, it's just hitting that MACD, not looking bad right there. And you know, it's looking pretty good, though, UNH right there. And it is up in the over hours, and we smashed that one right there. So that was a beauty. That's for sure. How about Open? This one was cruising along, ran up a little bit, hitting that top. We'll have to see how that opens up, but still setting up to be pretty bullish. Could have some pullback. And QMCO right here, the Quantum Corp. It did look like it bottomed out right there. It's just bouncing around. It's over the MACD. And I expect these to get set up right here. And that is your quantum and computer hardware ones. And we can just look at a couple real quick. RGTI right there. That was pulling back, but obviously setting up. QUBT, that was just getting set up right there. Maybe a little bit of pullback. Why it sets up in QBTS, the D wave had been running up. That one also pulled back. They're not crossing through the MACD, so they're not ready yet. And this Defiance Quantum ETF definitely getting set up right there. So we'll be keeping an eye on these guys, but they're not ready yet, so they still have a little bit of time right there. And good old Z Space had its earnings, and I did see that one pull back on Friday. I was watching it, so we'll see how that one sets up right there, and we'll be keeping an eye on all them. Right, and the computer hardware and quantum one. So LMT right now is up a little bit and cruising along. It was going up in the after hours, and that was a nice one. And looks like it wants to curl up even more. Had that weird look right there. So we'll see how it plays out tomorrow, but it had been looking good. And like I said, UNH has been a monster for us, so that was a beauty. And it's going to continue its way up there, guys. So it just began. And Oscar right here is looking pretty good. And that one's about to run up, and we knew that was bottomed out. And how about our GRYP? And this is pulling back here, guys. It was setting up really nice, and now it's pulling back. We'll see if it gets bouncing up tomorrow morning. So I'll have to keep an eye. I'll have to watch that thing. And Pew was pretty pewy. It was pretty stinky right there as it pulled back with its earnings and not looking so bad. So, or not looking so good, I mean. And yeah, that is grab a gun, and they might as well grab a gun and shoot the company up because it didn't do so well. They need to get that thing cruising along right there. I know Laptop Travel did some intel on that thing right there. And another one of the Trump kids companies, and it is pretty wild what goes on. But anyway, PSQH is another one of them that missed the earnings as well. So that one pulled back. And we'll take a look and see what NCPL is doing right here, that Net Capital. And there you are. And yes, sir, you certainly did dive into the Trump family and did a really good newsletter on that. So obviously I always mention Travels newsletter, and he's got his own page in our Discord now, guys. He got promoted, I'd say, and he is doing great. 4 a.m. and I'm telling you, when I get back from this week, guys, it's going to get crazy. I'm telling you right now. You guys knew I was taking some vacations in August and just kind of hanging with the family, and this week I'll probably be on less than I usually am on vacation just because we have a lot of stuff planned and we're just going to be on the move nonstop. But I will definitely hop on and do some shows, and I'll keep you guys posted in the Discord and everything else. I don't disappear, that's for sure. And I always watch the market, but I will be kind of enjoying this week vacation and just kind of like I said, relaxing. I feel really good. I'm telling you guys, we're zeroed in, zoned in, and now in these options, not even trying right now, and it's about to get even better. So just pay attention in the Discord, because like when I get back, I'm telling you, I'll be mentioning exactly the options I'm buying for you, so that you know exactly what I'm doing and you can follow along. So I knew I was on vacations. I didn't want to jam anybody up by not paying attention to them and getting anybody stuck in something while they were moving quickly. So that's why I wasn't doing it now. But as soon as I get back and get back into the full swing of things, and I'm in my trading shed full time, we will crush it, guys. I'm telling you, it's going to get crazy. I already know because it's already getting crazy. So there you are with NCPL. We'll see what that one wants to do. And I don't know if they have ties with Trump's family. I forget. How are you, Cadence? And we'll check out BTBT real quick. Bit Digital, while we're talking about the Trump companies, because they're all crypto related, and this one is a capital market, BTBT, and not looking bad to get set up there. And I think these bad boys definitely have a little bit of time. Was it Eric Trump? I retweeted it. Was it him that I think it was Eric Trump that actually tweeted out to buy the dips. Every time they tweet that out, guys, him or Donald Jr., holy cow, the market always gets set up. It always takes like a week or two maybe, and then some big news usually comes out. So just pay attention, because they said buy the crypto dip. That's what I was talking about, and you might want to pay attention to that. Anyway, that's BTBT, and let's look at HTZ, which is Hertz right here. That's going to be a good setup right there, Cadence. I'll keep an eye on Hertz. So I'll jot that one down at the bottom down here so I can keep an eye on that one this week. So HTZ getting set up. Let me take a better look at it right there. And yeah, that will be getting set up. And then we'll have to see if it crawls through. It's going to bounce off that bottom, come back up to that trend line, and it will curl up there. It'll be a nice one. I don't know if it'll exactly be ready, but we'll keep an eye on it. But you will get that curl up. Eric Trump did say buy the dip. I know, I retweeted it out. And yeah, so every time they say that, guys, and it gets cruising usually. And let's take a look at that gush. It may not be looking so good now. I guess something was going on, and I guess it was that Trump and Putin meeting. And but it is going to get set up. Even if it bounces down right here, you're going to see this 20 come down and grab it and pull it back up. So you will see it run up there pretty soon, and that is oil and gas. And remember, as you get closer to winter time, I know natural gas with everything with your heat, but obviously oil and gas is always a good one. And Robin RBNE, that was curling up looking pretty good and curling through. So we'll see as that 20 comes down for it, RBNE. So we'll be keeping an eye on that one. And this TMDE one hasn't been looking bad, as we said, and is curling up right there, wants to run. So keep an eye on that TMDE tomorrow and see if that one wants to run up. And how about OCGN getting set back up to run? So there you go. And that's a Luis Rodriguez special, the HTZ right there. It is going to get set up right there. You can see it. And yeah, it's just let's see how it opens up tomorrow. See if it starts to get that bounce. You're going to get that curl. It should happen relatively quickly in this week. So definitely keep an eye on HTZ right there. That's for sure. And the Zelensky meeting with White House Monday. Don't understand why he could not be in the peace talks with Trump and Putin at the same time. You would think it would make sense. But I guess they don't want him involved, and I guess that Putin and Trump just want to talk and don't want Zelensky around, so they don't want to fly on the wall. But Ukraine's going to blow Russia's shit up if it goes any longer. Yeah, I guess there's been rumors. Apparently, I guess Ukraine has all these drones and they're ready to attack like the entire oil supply or something in Russia and destroy all kinds of stuff. I'm pretty sure that's why Putin decided to actually sit down and talk to Trump. And I guess they already had told Trump what was going to happen. And he's trying to prevent it because it's going to be wild. And 20,000 drones still on standby, guys. So that will blow shit up real quick. And you know what these drones will do? And they will wipe stuff out. So, not convinced Zelensky wants this war to end. His actions speak otherwise. I agree, Luis Rodriguez. I don't think Putin or Zelensky want the war to end. I guess they can line their pockets why there's always war. We know war is always profitable for some people, and then other people are just losing their lives. And but people are patting their pockets all the time. And war is one of them times where you can definitely hide a lot of cash, money, and all kinds of stuff. I mean, look at all the money we were sending Ukraine. And then Zelensky straight out came out and said, like, I didn't even see half of that money. So where the hell did it go anyway? And it was a lot of money, guys. So, well, you know, on this show, we had said anyway that, you know, during these times and they make these big checks, money disappears real easily and no one, they don't even look at it. I mean, it's crazy. But anyway, Luis Rodriguez does own calls on Hertz right there. So there you go. And let's keep on cruising. So that is good old Hertz. And we'll be keeping an eye. And I know OCGN, we just looked at it. And again, it is getting set up, rolling back up. And we played that one pretty perfectly. And how about BMNR pulling back a little bit and another one of these crypto ones? So let it pull back and get set up. We'll see how they open up, but they could be pulling back right there. And how about your SBET doing the same thing? But look, now it has that support line right there. We'll see if it goes through. They are curling down, and another one of them crypto ones. So we're just keeping an eye on these guys at the moment while crypto gets set up. And like you heard me say, they said to buy the Eric Trump said to buy the dip in crypto. UPXI had been running up really nice. I gave that one out on the small cap show last week, and on our show we went over it. And that did pop up right there. This one's setting up great, guys. Coors, we've been talking about, ran up the other day. CORZ, and that one's getting set up as well. So CORZ, Coors looking pretty good for Core. What is it called? Core Scientific. And this XXII, this guy is just trying to get set up here. It might be just waiting for that Trump cannabis rescheduling news, because we're supposed to see something, he said, in the next few weeks. So we will be keeping an eye on XXII and MSOS as well, because that is the cannabis ETF, one of them anyway. It is pulling back after it ran up on the news. So let them get set up and then they'll run back up. YOLO, the same situation. So we will keep an eye on this cannabis sector. And Uber right here is looking pretty good, guys. So remember we were saying Uber wanted to go for a ride. It was up the other day on Friday pretty well. And how about our Lily Ellie right here? You guys know we are liking this, and UNH, and look at them guys. Man, that was a beautiful day on Friday. I'm not going to lie. And they still look pretty good to continue their way up. And Mobileye, or whatever it is setting up pretty good as well, looking pretty decent right there. And Amplitude AMPL. This one Money Mark likes, and it is just getting set up right here. Just wait for it and watch for any more dips down here. That could be the bottom right there at your 1104, and we'll keep an eye on AMPL, but watch for that one if any pullbacks. And here's our Lulu cruising up, and we do like that one as well. So keep your eye on Lulu, and we did like Moderna, and that was looking pretty sweet too. And that's curling up right there. So there you go. And I would say a lot of the medical ones, healthcare, biotech health ones are looking pretty decent right there. Let's go ahead. We'll rip right through our laptop travel, our Jolie's jams. Keep on cruising. I still have to get some stuff done before I leave in the morning. I'm not going to do a morning show because we're leaving pretty early. And but I'll try to hop on tomorrow night and do a show tomorrow night from Canada, guys. I'll be out over in Canada tomorrow. So there you go. And I'll keep you guys posted on the market. So yeah, I'm cruising up there and we're going to check out Niagara Falls. So yeah, I'm just going to cruise through a quick show and then I'll keep you guys updated on everything. And like I said, we'll do a show tomorrow night and I'll keep you posted on what time and everything else. So let's keep on cruising right here through our laptop travel list right now and see what's happening. ACHV, Achieve Life Sciences, just kind of setting up there. Not looking too bad. I know Laptop Travel did fine-tune his scanner, and a lot of these things are ready to run and have been running up. I mean, might not be going 100% right off the bat, but they are setting up and bouncing around looking good. You can see this one ran around ALLO on Friday, so another one just getting set up. I know we looked at Altimmune ALT, and that was running up, hitting the 20, just a little easy pullback. We'll roll back off and get cruising. And BZUN right here, Biozon Inc. That's a China one. And this thing looks like it's getting really set up, guys. So you might want to keep an eye on BZUN right now. And CLAR, CLAR. I don't even know what that is. I didn't look at it. Claire's Group. Oh, didn't we look at this last week? Possibly, I think. And this one was setting up. It ran up last week. I think we did look at this. And let's see, it has that look hitting the MACD. It should have enough momentum the way it's bouncing like that to get through. So take a look at that tomorrow, CLAR and CLNN Klein or something like that. Klein Inc. And this one's getting nice and set up right there. And what was that one? CNC right here. That's another healthcare one, guys. We were early on. I meant to jot that one down. So the healthcare sector was bouncing up. And we had mentioned this one. And I mentioned that in the Discord as well. And that was running up pretty well. So a bunch of them we are now in. And FAT, Fate right here, Fate Therapeutics. That one's getting set up. Watch that one this week, possibly even tomorrow to jump up. GBR. Let's see what that's doing. New Concept Energy. And that popped Friday. Watch for some momentum on that one right there. And KZR is Kaiser Life Sciences. And that'll be getting set up this week. You can see it might have a little bit of pullback right there, but we'll get set up. And LADX, I believe, or is it? I don't even know what it is. I wrote. Hold on. Maybe I wrote that, and it's I don't know what I wrote, guys. LAD something. Did it change to PDYN LADY because it was coming up, and maybe it did. Sometimes that happens. That one's getting set up right there. A little bit of pullback, so just watch for that. But that is getting set up, and it might have had a ticker change right there from whatever I just typed in lady, and now it's PDYN possibly. And let's see what Lucid that's doing. LUCD Lucid Diagnostics though, not the other Lucid, not the LCID, not this one, Lucid Group. That one's pulling back right there. And this Lucid right here, LUCD, is looking pretty good to curl up. So keep your eye on LUCD, the Lucid Diagnostic, looking better than the other Lucid right now. And MCRP, let's see what that's doing. Micropolis Holdings, and that's curling up and might have a little momentum tomorrow to hit the 50. It was pulling back a little in the after hours, is what it says, but not looking bad. And I noticed TIVC was running up there, had a little pullback, even more pullback than run up. I got to look at this and see what exactly it did there on Friday. Let me take a better look. It did spike up, I remember, up to 598, and it's at 327 and still trying to get set up. And it's had multiple spike ups, as you can see right there. It spiked up on Thursday and Friday. So we'll keep your eye on that one. OPRT right here. Porton Financial setting up, but will take a little bit of time, so nothing crazy right there. I looked at that one. Yeah, I did look at that one. That one's getting set up, could run up there. And WALD, I'm just jumped around in order, but WALD, I know we looked at it last week, was running up. Just a little healthy pullback to get set back up. And ZH is a China one right there, and that one could pull back a little bit more. And there you go with your laptop travel list, and a lot of really good ones right there. Let's take a look at our Joey's Jams. We'll go through our SPY and Big Caps Mag 7. See what you guys want to see real quick. And like I said, we'll hop off early on a Sunday evening with not many weekends left in the summertime. So I hope you guys were enjoying them and the weather was good around you guys. It was beautiful around here, and it was pretty humid today. I'm not going to lie, but we had a lot of fun doing all kinds of stuff. So, and I was helping my buddy move. So that was a pretty busy day. And there you go. And just posted a laptop lowdowns list and not having an early show. So there you go, laptop. And I'll repost that right now. Laptop travel. Thank you very much, since I won't be doing an early show, and then I'll repost the Joey's jumpers and you guys can check them out, because yeah, like I said, we're leaving pretty early in the morning. So thank you, Laptop Travel, for that right there. I appreciate it. And thank you, Cadence. I certainly will. We'll enjoy our trip. And like I said, I'll post some pictures and definitely send you guys some updates and let you know what's going on. And Laptop Travel joined the TrendSpider Hackathon. Sweet, Laptop Travel. I love it. So awesome. I hope you use the affiliate link. And there you go, everybody. Click on that and sign up. I'm telling you, still got some days left to actually have a free trial for TrendSpider. So go ahead and check it out. Here's your chance to actually have a free trial. They never offer it. And I can post up the link real quick right here, because I have it still on my screen right there. So hold on 1 second, and I will post it in the comments right here. So if anybody wants to check it out, there you go. I just posted it right there in the comments, and I'll retweet it out after the show. So check that out. Like I said, you get a couple days. I know they had 2 weeks free, but it's coming down to the end, I guess. Well, registration ends, I guess, or I don't know when exactly. You have to look at the contest. But anyway, there's still some free days left. That's for sure. I know that for a fact. And that's TrendSpider. And if you missed that show on Thursday evening with Nader, check it out. That was a great one. And I've been messing around with the AI, guys. I'm telling you, it's so crazy. And it's only going to get better and better. So if you think it's good now, wait until you see it in a couple months from now. That's how this AI stuff works. In a few months, it'll be like 100 times better already. It's pretty wild. Anyway, check that out. I posted the link right there, guys, in the stream, so you guys can just click on it and I'll tweet it out. And also, I'm telling you, if you guys have not listened to the Joe Exotic second interview, even the first one, but the second one's crazy, guys. You got to listen to that thing. He actually reposted it and said, check it out tonight. And I'm telling you, just listen to that interview. It's pretty. I'm telling you, I've listened to it multiple times, and I can just listen to it. It goes pretty smoothly, and yeah, I usually don't like things that I do. I don't know, but anyway, I just think it's pretty well put together, and I did spend a lot of time to put that together and try to make it run the right way so that you could prove the point. And not trying to be a legal expert, I was just trying to put the facts out there because there's just so much information and it's all over the place. So I just kind of stuck the important things out there so that you could listen to it. And I'm telling you guys, it's absolutely absurd. I just don't understand how the other people could be possibly walking around and without having deals cut. And then you know what he said. He said at the beginning of the trial, they said they didn't have any deals cut, no immunity or anything. So I don't even get it. But anyway, we won't talk about the Joe Exotic for all night. I've talked about that enough, and I'll post it on pretty like almost once a day. I do think that guy deserves to be out, especially after everything that I looked at. It's pretty wild, guys. So I'll support Joe Exotic, and I know he's always appreciative of it, but I just think he deserves justice, to be completely honest with you. I think it's pretty wild, and I think anybody in that situation would hope that anybody, with a voice could help him out. And like I said, I looked into the information. It's not like I'm just doing it because I'm blinded by it. I said, "Holy cow, this is pretty wild stuff." So, yeah, it's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. So listen to that anyway, and let's keep on cruising now and go through our Jolie's jams right here in Agrify. That one was setting up, looking pretty good, hitting the top, a little healthy pullback, but should continue its way back up. And Blink had been setting up right there, hitting some resistance. You can tell it's not going to go through the MACD yet, but it certainly will get set up to do it. And remember, Sezzle took a big old dip down. It's trying to hold itself up finally right here at that bottom, and that could be a big old curl up and a good opportunity. So let's look at that tomorrow for sure. And here is Sterling right here, was dipping down as well in the top. So a little bit of pullback to the 20. Maybe it comes down to the 50. And again, look at all the room these things are making, and they were way in the top. So I expected it at some point. They just can't run forever up at the top. But it is healthy pullback because the market is setting up to keep running right there and everywhere. And that's why it's just a little healthy, and you're going to see a little pullback right here at the end of the summer. And then these things get ripping. That's what it looks like anyway. And here's Rivian right here, and that is getting set up finally. That had been run down, and now it looks like it could run back up soon. And Symbiotic looks like it could possibly be pulling back at the moment. And how about Nike right here is looking pretty good and trying to get set up. We'll see. It could just cross right through there. It doesn't look bad to give it a shot. DXYZ just setting up, has some time, so we'll keep an eye on that. And let's just go right into our Mag 7 SPY, big caps and everybody. And again, the SPY was down $1.51, down a little bit, but that's a beautiful setup unless it just sells off tomorrow and takes a huge dip, and then it'll have to get reset back up. But I'm telling you, it looks like it would rather roll off of the MACD right there and keep on cruising up. You can see it was pulling back, but it doesn't look too bad. And of course, they left it in a spot over the weekend where you can't exactly tell. And they do it every weekend like that. So it's no surprise. And we just know it's going to look like that anyway. So you got to be careful over the weekends. In the summer, Apple pulling back a little bit in the top, could easily bounce back up right there and continue to run, but could pull back a little bit more. And Amazon hitting some resistance. Looks like it should pull back a little bit to get set back up. And how about Google right here? That was running back up and looks pretty good to try to roll off and run up. But every time they look good to roll off and run up, they pull back a little bit. And every time they look like they want to pull back, they run up. So it is a little bit of a wild market just in these couple weeks. But you can see things setting up like Meta right here, and that will get rolling off. So you might get a little healthy pullback. And how about Microsoft right now? And this thing had pulled back to the 20. And another one just making more room on the chart. Not too bad right there for MSFT. And that could easily get set up and get cruising. And that's what Microsoft looks like. And how about Nvidia's down? A little healthy pullback. We kind of knew it wasn't going through that top right there. See if it wants to get in between the 20 and 50. I'm not so sure it does. And I just think it's getting set up the same with Tesla right here. It's doing the exact same thing, and that is pulled back a little bit, but still setting up. Watch for your dip opportunities, and they could be this week. You could see a little healthy pullback as you head into like the last weeks of summer right here. So We'll be watching it for sure. You know that. And that is what your Mag 7 looks like. Let's roll through the rest of these AMC. Look at that setup right there, guys. That's going to get rolling. And GameStop wants to get rolling. And we know Chewy had been rolling up and continued to run and continues to want to run right there. That's what it looks like. So keep an eye on Chewy because it still looks good. And Unity just hitting the resistance, a little healthy pullback. Should get set up. We'll keep an eye and we'll look at it tomorrow and see if it wants to pull back or continue up. And what I tell you about Netflix, guys, it's going to continue to go up. It's looking good right there. AVGO did pull back to the 20 right there, kind of hanging out on that trend line and could go either way. So I think they might want to make a little bit of that room on the charts and pull back a hair. Here's your MU right now, and that looks like it wants to pull back to that 2050 area. And let's take a look and see what TSM is doing. And that's Taiwan Semiconductor, and it's getting set up. It just looks like it has some pullback. See if it hits that 50. I don't think it's running up tomorrow, but obviously if the market conditions are good for it, it could run up, but it's just getting set up is what they all look like right now. And SMCI has been getting set up down there and looks like it was going to continue to get set up. And here's AMD, and that had been pulled back. And like we were saying, this thing is looking great, but you might have a little healthy pullback these couple of days, maybe even this week, next week. And then the markets are getting set up. And listen to what Eric Trump said, buy the dip, guys, in crypto, because every time they say that, it gets ripping and rolling. And here is QCOM right here. Had been running up, just hitting some resistance. We'll get set up to run some more. And good old Snow right now is rolling back up. It had been coming down. You're getting that curl up, and you probably will get run up to the 20 right there, which is about 207, and you're at 199. So there you go. It's Snow, and that's not looking too bad for Snowflake, a software application company. And how about PayPal's been looking pretty good? A little bit of pullback setting up right there and trying to cross through that MACD and having a tough time at the resistance. And of course, they left it right where it could go either way tomorrow. And it does look like it does wants to pull back a little bit and roll back down to get set back up. Intel's looking pretty good, guys. We had said it the other day before they even had any news about the government wanting to get a part of the company or whatever the heck they're trying to do here. And this thing did jump up pretty big. And like I said, whatever, Washington, the Trump administration wants to get a part of this, and that's their new thing is pay to play, guys. I don't like it at all. It's not a good thing, but that's what's going on, and Intel seems to be the next one that's going to be victim to it. And anyway, here is Dell right here, and they're pulling back. And it'll be interesting because it seems like he's going to be going through the businesses and companies for the pay to plays, and obviously they will benefit, but any ones that don't do it, they'll probably be dipping and not get as much action going on. And who the hell knows how he can do it, but he just will. And here is Dell right here sitting at that support line and looks like it wants to bounce off. IBM's going to be a good one, guys. We've already talked about it, and I know that's going to be running up, so keep an eye on IBM. Palantir pulling back a little bit. Let it pull back. And how about good old Sophie? I think that was pulling back as well. That was up a little. I was hitting the resistance right there. I don't know if this is getting through right now, guys. So watch out for that one to possibly pull back. I think it will be setting up to run through. And again, market conditions will probably have to dictate what that one's going to do. Good old Sophie. And we'll see tomorrow if that one's running up. The markets weren't they a little bit flat, and one of them was up? I forget. I looked and I already forget. So let me look again. While we're rolling through, I'll pull it up. And actually, they're all up this evening right there. So the markets are up, so that's good in the over hours. And let's see what Mara and Riot are doing. They've been getting set up right here, and they're just having their time. They're going to bounce off that MACD, come down. Riot's getting pushed down by the 20 right there. You can see that happening. And CLSK right here is setting up like Mara, but it's not ready yet, so they do have some time, and we'll be keeping an eye on them. And let's see, and that was Clean Spark, and that's what we're looking at. And let's look at our micro strategy right here. And here we go at MSTR, and it is pulling back at the moment. And looks like you might have a little more healthy pullback on MSTR. So Robinhood, that one's running up and looking pretty good. And we know Coinbase is getting set up. Watch for these dips. Look at that big old curl up, and it actually was pulling back there on Friday. There you go on Coinbase. But again, not looking bad, just getting set up. And Bull is trying to get bullish, and we were talking about that as well. And there you go, is running up a little. And another one, just watch for any like healthy pullbacks right there as they get set up to get moving in the next couple weeks here. And how about space? Let's see what SPCE is doing, Virgin Galactic. And that's sitting on a trend line. It's just getting set up, taking its time right there. And Boeing is trying to run up and looks pretty good to continue up. And DJT was running up some more, looking pretty healthy right there. And Fun usually does what it wants. DJT does, but this was actually pulling back a little bit, hitting the MACD. Not sure if it wants to go through, but DJT don't look bad, and MCD didn't look too bad Friday, but a little bit of pullback right there. Have to see how that opens. And let's look at good old Disney right here, and not DID. And we'll look at DIS, and it's sitting on a trend line, and that one's interesting how it doesn't want to go through and could have a little more pullback right there for Disney. And how about Oxy right here? And that one does appear to be setting up, could have a little bit of pullback down to the trend line. And ExxonMobil's getting set up as well. And there you go, everybody. That's our big caps, Mag 7, and all the other ones that we look at. And that's what they all look like at the moment. Let me run through, see what you guys want to see, and we will take a look and find out right now. And I see everybody talking, and I know the small cap show is Tuesday, and I think Ben said he had a procedure tomorrow. Actually, I have to reach out to him, and I will definitely try to hop on. I'm not exactly sure where I will be on Tuesday and if I'll have reception and all that good stuff. So I will try to hop on if I can. I'll let the guys know. And that'll probably be, if I miss a show, it'll be the only one I probably miss, unless I'm like can't talk, or I think I even get on when I'm always sick and stuff. I did when I lost my voice. You guys know I don't miss many shows, that's for sure. But anyway, just the small cap show is Tuesday. It's not tomorrow. They are having a Tuesday this week, and I will try to hop on there. So that is for sure. And let's go ahead and keep on cruising right now. And let's see what's happening over here. And the dollar braces for a busy week of geopolitics, and the Fed speaks. So it is going to be an interesting one. I know in the Jackson Hole, we had already mentioned it at the beginning of the show. And let's keep on cruising here and see what you guys want to see. And then we'll wrap it up a little early. And I know Luis Rodriguez had posted a couple good ones because I was looking at them right as the show had started. And there I see the list right there. TIGR is one of them. Up FinTech Holding, and that is getting set up to run like a little tiger right there. So TIGR, Up FinTech. And we'll keep an eye on that Singapore one. That's getting ready to run. And RKLB, Rocket Lab, had a little pullback. It is setting up. Just wait for that 20 to get it, and it'll be a good one right there. You can see it trying to jump up onto the 20. Once it crosses over there, you'll be in a good spot for sure. And our RGTI, we did look at it already, and it may have a little more healthy pullback right there, but another one just getting set up. CAG right here, Conagra Brands, and that was running up a little pullback to the 20. I'll have to look at that one tomorrow morning. And MRK right there is Merck. And like I said, the healthcare companies, biotech ones, and all them drug manufacturers are looking pretty good. And Merck is looking pretty good. And DNKG is DraftKings, I believe, if I put it in halfway right. DNK, is it, what is it? Hold on. There it is. DKNG. What was I putting in? DNKG. It's DKNG. That's why Luis Rodriguez had me confused too. I thought it was right when I was looking at it. Anyway, DraftKings right there is looking pretty good, I must say. And remember, football season's going to be kicking off pretty soon. I know the preseason or the practices have. I don't remember if it was preseason or practice. They just had an abundant. I think it was a preseason game, possibly. I forget, to be honest with you. But anyway, DraftKings right there looking pretty good. And let's look at Adobe. We had already been looking at that one. Look at that one running up there, and we were early on Adobe, that's for sure. And watch that one for some momentum because that doesn't look bad to go into tomorrow morning. And let's see what Cigna. We like that one as well, and that was a good momentum one. And that one was on the note that I put out all the time, and we did like that. Toyota Motor. Luis Rodriguez was liking that one, not looking too bad. Tilray Cannabis Company had run up there. Little healthy pullback. We'll let it get set back up. Lulu looking good right there. Not looking bad. To curl up some more. And how about CoreWeave? That took that huge dip right there. And we'll see. I'll have to look at CoreWeave tomorrow to take a better look. It could just be having that little fake out look. Let me take a better shot at it right here. It could pull itself back up right there and curl up. I'd have to look at it tomorrow. It could go either way right there. And there you go with that Luis Rodriguez little list. Thank you very much. And we traded ORIS, the PMNT, the PPSI, and all them in the Discord pre-market 4 a.m. Warriors. And so, yeah, it's crazy. The number 1 and 2 winners for the day averaged 36% gains across the tickers. So it is a pretty good one there. In the morning with laptop travel in the Discord. And again, I'm definitely going to be hopping in and joining the fun for sure and being on all day. So again, I have about 1 week left of enjoying some summertime, and then I'll be back to the swing of things. Are you? Oh, I didn't even see the S right there. I thought it was a $sign. That's why. SAGT it is. I was like, I don't, is AGT one, but no, SAGT SagTech right here. That is looking really good. Who said that? Laptop travel. I do like that. SAGT. Keep an eye on that tomorrow. That should run up some more. Lulu, we looked at BZAI. Let's take a look at that guy and see what that's up to right here. I'd been pulling back on the earnings. I know that. Wasn't it running up a little bit? Yeah, it did run up some and then did pull back. BZAI right there. And there it is, 415 to 423, and it's at 362. And we'll see what it wants to do. It could be pulling back a little bit more. You can see, I don't know if it's ready to curl through. I'll have to look at that one tomorrow on that one because it could go either way. I hate when they leave it like that, but you know they love to. And that UNHG, you loved it. Laptop travel, and look at that thing up 23%, guys. So I hope you were paying attention. I think Cadence, didn't you get into that? I think you were saying you were listening, and we were doing the UN. I did the UNH options. I said they were a little more expensive, but they paid out pretty well. But this was leveraged 2 times and paid out pretty well too. I'm not gonna lie, because I did see them ones, and LLY was paying out pretty well too. So there you go, a bunch of great ones. And let's see, laptop travel said his option strategies changed 100% since joining the Discord. By the way, 297.50 call options on UNH. Bought Thursday for 15 cents, and high on Friday was 17.55. Rocket red countdown. So what exactly did you buy? What was your option plan there? Laptop travel, let us know, because you guys know what I do. I had made a video about it and told you what I do, so that is what I did, but I definitely want to know what laptop travel did for sure as well. And let's see, last time Eric Trump said to buy the dip, Ethereum ran up 168%. He's not kidding. I know for a fact, and that's why I was telling you to pay attention to that. And let's see what else is going on. Cadence said that she had bought some of the Hertz when Luis Rodriguez was posting it. And like I said, we were crushing the UNH ones and all them good ones. LLY, Lily Ellie, another great one. And the overnight, I posted that out. Hedge fund manager Bill Ackman increased his position in Hertz, so that's always a good sign right there. Let's see what Iron's doing right here, IREN, and that one is spiking up there and not looking bad, I must say. I could jump right up there into the over that support line. Yeah, that looks pretty good to run up some more in the morning. IREN and REGN is at 589 in the overnight hours. I know that's an expensive one. We looked at it before, but it does like to run. Oh, yeah, look at that thing. That looks like it's really good to get moving right there. So there you go with REGN. And let's see what else is happening over here. I posted the link if you're interested in the hackathon. And Doge Mom and 9, I certainly will have a safe, beautiful trip and take lots of pictures. Canada is where most of your heart is. There you go. Sweet. Yeah, I've only been to Canada one time, to be honest with you. I went to, well, Vancouver, and then I went over to Whistler. I think I told the story one time. And I just went out to go snowboard in that Whistler, and they had just built, I think I told the story, they had just built the Four Seasons. It had only been open for a couple months, and it was just the craziest trip ever. And we stayed at the Four Seasons in Vancouver as well. And it was the I know when we flew in, it was the first Eagles Patriots Super Bowl the Patriots had won, and I remember we watched it at the Four Seasons in Vancouver. So that was a wild trip a long time ago. But anyway, that was the only time I was there. Vancouver was absolutely beautiful, I remember, and Whistler obviously was beautiful. We were on the mountain, and that was really cool. But yeah, I'm looking forward to. I always wanted to go to Niagara Falls. My wife and I have always both wanted to go, so that's why we were like, "Hey, we're going this year." And like I said, we were taking some trips in August. She was like, "You want to go here? I want to go here." I was like, "Yeah, just book some trips. Let's do it." As you could tell, we took some trips this August. But anyway, they are coming to an end as August is winding down. But I have to say, I've definitely enjoyed it. I might have to do this every year, just take a ton of different vacations during the month of August. It's pretty cool. I didn't mind it at all, to be honest, which I could use a couple weeks off to just decompress after craziness all year and doing this stuff. So anyway, that's that. And I will have fun out there and keep you guys posted. LADX. What is that? Oh, that was the one I couldn't read or didn't know what it was. LADX. Let's see what it is. I don't even see that one. What happened here? LADX. Oh, there it is. That's because I didn't look over here. It must have been an OTC or, but yeah, you're right. That's curling up and looking pretty good. That 20 is going to run it up right there for LADX. And let's see. Deleted, I can take a look at CGTX. What the heck is the name of that one? I forget. Hold on. I'm trying to think of it before I click on it. I can't think of it. That's it. Cognition Therapeutics. I knew it had something to do with like cognitive something, but I couldn't remember. Go figure. I couldn't remember. Anyway, Cognition Therapeutics right there, CGTX. It did run up. You could have been topped out right there. I'm not gonna lie, deleted. And so just be careful. That does look like one of them crazy looks like it could be coming back down. So be careful with that one right there and lock in some profits. And UNH right there, Camden Evans. I hope you did see it. We looked at it and it is looking pretty good to continue its way up and just keep on cruising along right there, even if it has a little healthy pullback. What the heck did I just do? I don't even know. I hate when I do that. Anyway, let's see. Let me launch this thing again and we'll go to UNH right here. I don't know what I typed in. There we go. And yeah, look at that thing. 20 is going to run it up. It could pull back a little bit, but you're going to continue to go up. So if you have options out a little further, you're probably really safe. And there you go. And somebody's on there, and I just don't know what that even says. So if you can translate that, I could probably run it through AI real quick, but I am not sure what it says. But I'd be more than happy to answer the question if I could understand it. I'm trying to. It won't let me copy and paste it. That's why I keep hitting it on there. I was trying to copy and paste it into AI and the Chat GPT, and I would have answered the question. I would have said, "Tell me what this says in English," and it would, and then I could respond. But anyway, I'm not sure. So if you can translate that to me, I will absolutely answer that question. Not sure what it says. And Cadence, Let's see. Let's see. Um, Filled in for someone to make 450 and didn't get in Thursday before the close. Oh, you were talking about which one were you talking about? UNH. That's not up there. I'm not sure which one. Oh, the Hertz one. That's not up there that high either, is it? No. I'm not sure which one that is there, Cadence. I know we were talking about some other ones and I wasn't really scrolling through. And Luis Rodriguez said Canada is a beautiful country, planning a fall trip to Montreal. And Niagara used to be the premier honeymoon destination in North America. That's funny. And who said that their honeymoon was just there? I forget. Someone told me that it was. Oh, yeah, my neighbor. That's who it was. That's funny. And no problem, deleted. And that's what we're here for. Camden Evans, options would I suggest for UNH? Well, I was already into them. So right now I'd be a little more. I'd probably go with the UNHG. That's even run up. You may have a little bit of healthy pullback there as your 20 runs it up, but again, these things are going to run up some more. And I had a few of them, so I did take some profits off this Friday because I knew I was going to be away this week. So I knew I wasn't going to be watching the market 100%. The same thing with Lily Ellie right here, and I still have a few more, but I did sell a few and took the profits and rolled with it. So that is what I did. And again, I don't like to chase them up there. So you were talking about UNH Cadence, and yeah, I don't like to chase them up there. That's for sure. And it is up at 305 area right now. I think it's even higher. And it is. It should go up some more. I think was it up a couple bucks right now. So again, just watch if it pulls back a little bit, and you'll probably still get it to run up some more right there. But yeah, we were hopping in down here. It was a beauty when they were in the 240s, and now you're up quite a bit right now. And even we were getting in right here, which was still perfectly fine. You were in like the 250s, 250s, 260s. And it was cruising right along, and we knew it was going to. Good evening, Janica. How are you? And so there you are, Camden Evans. And again, there's a lot of great setups coming up, and we'll start really now on the options. I'll put them into the Discord exactly which ones I'll be playing. And I just, like I said, I was on vacations all month, so I didn't want to jam people up with not paying attention to it and something run up and me not paying attention, and I pull back and I didn't want it to happen because I wasn't paying attention completely. So, yeah, that's the only reason why I didn't post exactly everything, but kind of let you guys know between the note and on the show what was going to pop. And of course, we were talking about UNHG, and I said it was going to be, or whatever the heck it is, UNH. What the heck is it? UNH. Yeah, what did I type in? That one. And we knew this thing was going to be popping right there, and it certainly did. And it was cheap back here when we were talking about it. Laptop Travel was going crazy about it down here. So there you go. The Discord, Camden, if you hop on my X page or even on my YouTube page, go to the link tree and go to the very bottom of the link tree, and there's a here, I'll just do it real quick for you because I can just hop on there and then I'll just post it into the stream for you real quick. Ready? Give me 1 second and I'll get on the link tree real quick. Oh, here. No, I'll just post this one. Huh? Let me copy link and then come back to the StreamYard. Here you go. Let's see. That should be it. Oh, yeah, there you go. All right, there's the Discord. Camden Evans, there you go. So that's the link right there, everybody, for our Discord. And again, you get everybody from Ben, the story trading guys, the Godfather's in it, Kyle's in it now. Laptop Travel has his own page on it and crushes it in there. I have my own page. Luis Rodriguez posts in there as well. And yeah, it's just a lot of crazy good and greatness, honestly. And it's going to get so much better. Like I said, now that August and summer's winding down, you get a lot of people taking their vacations right now, obviously, before the kids go back to school, exactly what I'm doing. And it's going to be full time, nonstop, getting crazy trading, not trading pushing like that we have to trade a certain amount, just trading the quality ones, but locking in the profits and really rocking and rolling them. So that's what we will be doing for sure. And I know we've nailed a lot of great calls already in there. It's been pretty wild. So that is what it that's the link right there. And again, if you were just tuning in, greatly appreciate it. I posted the link earlier if you wanted to scroll up to the Trend Spider, and they do have the what is it hackathon going on, and you get a free few days left. I don't know exactly how many days are left, but you do get a couple free days to try out Trend Spider as well. So that link is up in the stream as well. And let's keep on cruising and see if I missed anything. I think I got to all that. And let's see. Oh, Ms. Magdonia is going to Nova Scotia and Quebec City next month. And there you are. And Nova Scotia will be your first visit. So that's awesome right there. And yeah, I've actually never gone through the customs in a car. Obviously, you get through customs in an airplane, but at the airport, I've never gone through the customs in a car ever. So not even sure how that really even works, but I'm sure I'll figure it out tomorrow. That's for sure. So that'll be exciting. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I don't know why, but I'm just thinking that it's going to be something different. Probably take forever, but whatever. Anyway, that is tomorrow, traveling up to Niagara Falls to see that and spend a few days up there. So there we are, and let's see what else is going on. We didn't look at crypto. I think we got to everybody's what everybody's looking at. And let me see. DM, let me see. I did not see. I'll look at that in a minute. Let me take a look and see if I'm missing anything else up here. Trying to just scroll through real quick, and for some reason it's not letting me scroll through real quick. Here we go. All right, I guess that no. What is going on with this thing? Oh, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. That's why, guys. All right, well that would do it. I do think I got to everything over there. Let me see real quick. What is that right there? Let me see. CSLMF. I know that Ben's having some people on. So let me just see. What is this ticker? What is that? CL. What the heck? It's too many letters, is what it looks like to me. CSL. C. If I did it right, SLMF. Oh, all right. CLS. And this is an OTC. Or looks like it was a shell company or something. So I'm not sure. CSLM acquisition right there. Interesting right there. And Fuse. Let's see what that is. FUSE. Didn't we look at that one? Or aren't they merging? Are them two merging together? Didn't we mention that the other day or something like that? I forget what the heck we said. I kind of remember somebody mentioning it, possibly. Anyway, I'll check that out, see what's going on there. But there you go with them bad boys. And let's see if there's anything else going on. We do have to check out crypto, of course. And nighttime can dip to the mid 50s. Yeah, it's the temps are in the mid 70s in Niagara. They are a little chilly and they can dip down. So I know it's going to be a little chilly, but that's cool, and looking forward to it, to be honest with you. I can't wait. I really am looking forward to this trip. And so like I said, I might not do as many shows. I'll do a few shows while I'm there, that's for sure. And I won't be on tomorrow morning because I'm getting up early to cruise out of here. So I won't be doing a show. I already reposted the laptop travel list, so you can check that out. And then I'll repost the Jolie's jumpers, and I'll hop on Tuesday morning to make sure we do a show. And hopefully tomorrow night I'll be there in time and I'll be doing a show. So and I gotta read that story right there, Miss McDoty. You said, "Don't cross the border with a gun or brass knuckles." Your sister remembered to remove her gun, but forgot about the brass knuckles. She was detained for over an hour and fined $500. Holy cow, that's pretty wild. How did they put your stuff through like bags or like screeners or something? How did they even find this stuff? I don't. I'm not even. I What do they even do for customs? I'm not even sure what the heck they even do, guys. I have no idea. Do they like take all your luggage out and put it somewhere? I just assume you like drive up and show them your passport. So do they really like search your cars? I really don't know. So yeah, I guess I'll be finding out, huh? Anyway, that sounds pretty wild right there to just about brass knuckles, huh? Geez, that's crazy. $500 just for some brass knuckles and detained for over an hour. That's pretty wild. Anyway, here we go. Let's take a look and see what's going on. If anything else, and we'll look at crypto right here. Here we go. And let's see. Crypto Bitcoin is down. I did see it down a little bit. It is at 116, and I only saw it because I saw it on my stock cube right there. And that bad boy is pulling back under the 20, coming back to your 50 and curling back down. So you are getting some pullback. That's why you see like MicroStrategy and stuff coming back down. Ethereum still doesn't look bad though, wants to roll up. And Bitcoin could be just making some major room. Solana still rolling, still up there, could roll right off as well. And Ripple had been down, and that one could be getting set up kind of like Bitcoin. So we'll take a look at them. Here's Doge, not looking too bad right there. And I know Cardano was pulling back a little bit. It's still in the 90s, making a nice base. So yeah, that's not even looking bad. There's Stellar right here at 41 cents, and that's pulling back a little bit and dipping down. And how about Chainlink running up? Remember, I was saying it was looking pretty good the other day. SUI, this one is pulling back now. It was trying to get set up. It looks like it is pulling back. And Optimism right here is looking a little more optimistic. We'll have to look and see if it pulls itself back up. It's not looking too bad right there, but it could pull up. Pull itself up and roll up. So we'll have to see if it wants to do that tomorrow. And let's just take a quick look, see what's going on over here in the scanner. That open door, PMNT, SRXH. That's a healthcare one. There's our Intel and DFLI. We looked at this one last week. We were talking about it, and the PGN was running up there. And there's GIBO is pulling back, and ORIS setting up right there. And keep an eye on that. Remember, we had mentioned the CODX like a week ago, and Tilray had a little bit of pullback. There's Sunrun right there. That seems to be running up pretty well. And ADD has been pulling back. That Color Star technology has been dipping down right there. Let's see if anything else is happening over here. That PPSI. And I don't really see a whole lot. VMAR, we'll have to keep an eye on that one right there. And here is that Capital Group something. So that one, yeah, it's just trying to set up right there. Nothing real crazy catching my eye at the moment. This Fly thing. Fly Group took a big old dip right there. Holy cow, that went from like $8 to $1. So we might have to keep an eye on that one, that's for sure. And there you go. I would say that's a pretty fun Sunday night market review right there. I'll look and see if you guys have anything else. And let's see what's going on. Your brother-in-law got snarky with a border patrol and got detained for 2 hours. They turned his car inside out. That's crazy. That's I didn't even really realize that they search a car too much. So I don't even know what they do. Like I said, I have no idea what they do going through customs. But anyway, that is going through that and going to the Canada side is what I'll be doing. So there we go. And that's a Sunday night review, looking at crypto, looking at the market, looking at everything. And of course, all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. And again, I won't be on tomorrow morning getting ready to head up to Niagara Falls and going into the Canadian side, Canada side. So keep you guys posted, send you guys pictures and let you know how that works and everything else. And yeah, I'll try to do a show tomorrow night. When I get up there, I will be taking my stuff to do shows. So I will keep you guys posted. And until then, be sure to enjoy the rest of your evening, Sunday night in the summer. And they are coming down to the wire. Only a few more weeks left of summer, and I'm telling you what, they go by fast. Labor Day is coming up really quick. What is it? September 1st is Labor Day, so the very end of the month is that weekend, Labor Day weekend. So clearly happening fast as it's August 17th today. So there you go, everybody. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Be sure to follow along on YouTube, X, and all that good stuff, and Instagram. I'll be posting on there. And again, might be the least amount I'll post is probably this week while I'm away, but you know we're going to be getting rocking and rolling real soon, and the markets are getting set up to do something. So we'll be keeping an eye on that as well. Small Cap Show will be Tuesday, not tomorrow. So just remember that. And everything's all changed around this week. So there you go, everybody. I hope you enjoyed a Sunday night. and I certainly did. And I think we got to everything. So enjoy your rest of your evening tonight and enjoy tomorrow morning. Again, we're not doing a show. I'll keep you guys posted as much as I can actually, and I'll do a show tomorrow night. So there you are, everybody. We'll see how the market opens up tomorrow morning, and Laptop Travel will be keeping this posted in the Discord and everything. He's been crushing it in there for the 4 a.m. Warriors. It's been nonstop and a good time for that. So I'll definitely be starting that as well. So there you go, everybody. Thanks again. Greatly appreciate it. Enjoy your nights and safe travels. Thank you, Luis Rodriguez. Certainly will. And I will catch you guys when I'm in Canada. So I will talk to you guys soon and enjoy your night and goodbye. And I'll say what I say in the morning. Goodbye. Good luck. See you later. You know how I got that? My little guy says that says it to my wife every morning when she leaves for work. That's how I started saying that. Goodbye. Good luck. See you later. That's just something Dougie says in the morning when we're leaving. And so that's why I say it every morning in the morning show. But yeah, I was like, oh, I'll say goodbye, good luck, see you later, and have a great night, everybody. And I'll catch you guys in Canada. So I will talk to you then. Have a good night. Enjoy everything. And we'll get caught up after tomorrow. So thanks again and see you later, guys.